Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to Monday, and we have the lovely Rylas Dana with us. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, doing great. Excited to talk crypto.
Crypto, yes, folks. We did trust. We did that all estate planning stuff in the first episode, but we've had a wild weekend with crypto. Good old Elon Musk is throwing some FUD out there, and man, I don't know if you saw it, but a lot of the big cryptos and even the altcoins were down. 20-25% from the peak. So it's interesting to hear all of these new investors, all these people, just talking crazy about diamond hands and paper hands and all this crazy stuff. Now you got a 20-25% haircut. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, I'm very long in crypto. Like I rarely look at my account. I bought some in 2017.
Oh, nice.
So just so I could kind of figure it out was the motivation then.
Yeah.
And just because the technology is very exciting, but there's a lot of unknowns. It's like there's almost, there's always more unknowns than there are knowns about this technology.
Yeah.
And things are rapidly developing. But one of the things that got me excited was the potential of smart contracts on the blockchain.
Yeah.
So in the daily news this morning, you mentioned that you got a little bit of Ethereum, and I don't know if this is true. Has Bitcoin taken a harder hit than Ethereum?
Yes, on a percentage basis, that's true. At least when you look at the last 48 hours, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. So my portfolio, I bought it was like a few $1,000s, I'll say, in like 2017.
Oh, wow.
And then for a while, it was like a few $100s. Again, I just didn't look at my account. I was just, I was, in it, and I was ready to write it off as just a lesson of learning the blockchain.
Sure.
And then, things started running up again, and checked my account again. But I'm mostly a Ethereum. Of the few grand I spent, I think only like $100 or so was in Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I think there's a couple of things, right? So I just got into this in November or December of last year. So before the run up. So I'll just talk about my experience, right? So I don't know anything about the market. I have a buddy who was all in. He's actually he's big time in it. He came to my house, as I've told you, 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe it's 5 years ago now, just jumping up and down with excitement. This is the first Bitcoin run, right? And I got scared. I didn't touch it. So I came back to it this, late last year going, something's different, right? I'm starting to see it. So what I did is I didn't know what to do. So I bought the equivalent of gold, right? I bought Bitcoin, a coin. I think it was like 19,000 or something like that. And then over time, as I've looked into more, Ethereum came to me. Initially, I thought Ethereum was silver, kind of to carry the analogy, but I don't think it is. I think Ethereum now is oil, right? To kind of relate it to other things. It is, and the oil being smart contracts, it is what other coins are built on. It is the thing that lubricates the crypto market, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I like 90 some odd percent are in those two coins.
Yeah, so I've been listening to the daily financial news for a while, and I think one of the first comments I left, one of the first times I left a comment, and is early in your Bitcoin journey when you were saying like you're only getting Bitcoin, it's a premium, and I think I said something like, hey, like these other ones have a better blockchain.
Right. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
I'm like, if there's no, like, so my argument kind of against Bitcoin is what's the point of it, right? Yeah. If it's a store of that, gold has use, right? At least they make stuff out of it, and it's valuable. So, but how are people using Bitcoin if people aren't conducting transactions with it? What is it used for? Now, what I like about Ethereum better is that it has the potential for smart contracts.
Oh, no question.
So on the blockchain, people can execute contracts. And the first thing I did in 2017 is I bought some crypto kitties. It was the first blockchain game.
Okay.
So again, I just wanted to learn how to do stuff on the blockchain.
Wow. Okay.
And they're actually an example of NFTs.
Yeah, very early NFTs.
Token.
Yep.
So, those are kind of blown up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What excites me is that value of the smart contract. So as a lawyer, I'm watching that and saying, things are going to adjust into this, but it's, when and how, I don't know. And it may be a turbulent, turbulent until it gets there.
Yeah. I think when you look at the crypto market, you need to realize a couple of things. First off, there is underlying technology. The underlying technology has the power to adjust and change lots of traditional markets. And in the market I'm in, real estate being one that's prime, right? The fact that we have to go through title and escrow companies, for example, a smart contract, the marriage seems perfect. It'll take time to get there. And then when I talk about kind of the two aspects, and then there's the chaos that scared me in 2017, all these little individuals just vibrating with excitement because everything goes to the moon and this, that, and the other thing. All of that nonsense just turns me off. Yes, you can make a lot of money, but most of you hold on too long and never sell, and you actually don't make any money unless you sell. This whole going to the moon, the fact that there's, could be in theory, hundreds of coins created every day. It's just nonsense to me. What I really focus on is the technology. And you're right. When I look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, Ethereum, again, my opinion, has the technology, the backbone for the future, right? And Bitcoin is, yes, it's scarce. Yes, maybe it is a better store of value, all of those things. But when you look at use cases, which is what I used to sell in software, it's not even close. So, I think at this point, my portfolio is about 50-50, the two coins. And it was nothing like that, when we started in December.
Yeah, you said you look at use cases?
Use cases, yeah. Like what's it's coming for, right? The smart contract is an example of a feature, but it's the use cases built on top of smart contracts that is interesting.
Yes, yeah. So I see real estate as being one of them. Like the process of deeds almost seems a little bit silly, right?
When signing exactly
a piece of paper,
yeah,
and send it recorded.
Yeah.
In a way, it's kind of like a primitive blockchain, right? It's letting everyone know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's I don't know. I think we can do better with our technology.
Yeah, I would say you're right. I think the fact that I have to record and notarize a deed is a very primitive blockchain, which means it's slow, it's expensive, and it's error prone. When you look at what the blockchain and smart contracts is, it's fast, it's certainly a lot less error prone, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah. So one of the problems of the blockchain, or one of the problems is that you can't change it.
Yeah.
So that's, if you record a deed and have the wrong legal description,
yeah,
you can do a corrective deed.
Yep. Exactly.
So, and maybe that's just the answer. That's you just do another one in there to correct it. But
it's just interesting. Again, I think the crypto market today, again, both as outsiders, not in the space, don't claim to be in the space, but we're just watching it. There really are two things going on. There's, I believe, a large percentage of people that think this is the way they're going to become millionaires, and they're just making foolish bets. And then there's other people getting into this going, this technology is going to advance and change how everyday operations operate. And there are going to be some clear winners. I think there's both things going on, which just creates this whole noise.
Yeah, there definitely is. It's an unregulated market. That's how I look at it. Yeah. So it's like, be careful. I've had clients too where they tell me that a lot of their friends has lost a ton of money. They work in maybe a little less sophisticated clients.
Yeah.
And it's just so sad to hear that a lot of those people are losing money, that they get caught up in this stuff, caught up in the
I'm thankful that every time I see a bunch of mass going one, or a bunch of people going one direction, I go a different direction. And that saved me in 2006 or 2007 in the housing market. It's the same exact thing. But again, remember, it's a scar that burned me, right? I did that 20 years ago. I got caught up in the .com craze and thought nothing would ever blow up, and it did. So I purposely look for craziness and go the other direction. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's a wild, wild west for sure.
Yeah. So last thing, we're kind of running out of time, but you kind of predicted that maybe Elon Musk was setting things up, right? By, stock taking.
Yeah.
Did more of that happen over the weekend? Again, I was with my kids all weekend at the water park, and
yeah, I think Elon Musk is playing four-dimensional chess with folks. And what I think, so this is how it breaks down for me. Elon Musk jumps into Bitcoin, takes it higher. Elon Musk sells Bitcoin for Tesla, makes a lot of money. He doesn't sell it all, he sells some. Then he comes out and says Bitcoin's horrible because it uses too much electricity. I think what Elon is setting up with that conversation is he's going to bring in some kind of renewable energy or battery powered or some kind of thing. Because again, what is Elon and Tesla? It's batteries. So yeah, that's something I think's coming. I think that's the next thing, but who knows? But again, I think a lot of the people out here are now shooting at Musk, and he's not used to that. I don't think Musk is used to all the hate he's getting, because there's a lot of people that have lost a lot of money in the last 2 days that are blaming him for it instead of their foolish bets. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's used to the hate, but this may be another level of it.
I think it's another. I think I think he thrives on hate. I just think the volume might have surprised him.
Yeah.
So, buddy, I know you got to go. This has been a lot of fun. We'll see what happens in the next 7 days. It's never boring.
Never. So thanks, Michael.
You got it, bud.